Everybody asking how we doing, say we good. Don't need no one to tell me how to live just like they would. It ain't their business, but they in it, I don't know why. Revolved around my life after I found another.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello guys, welcome to our first podcast. First of all, I will introduce myself. My name is Resky Ramadhani and I'm a student in the English Education Department at University Cokro Aminoto, Palopo. So I made this video to fulfill the end of semester exam assignment from the Listening for Academic Context course, given by my lecturer, namely Resky Yusrini Islamiyah, S.pd, M.pd. And I also made this video to share the knowledge I got for the audience. So I hope you will help me to like this video. So guys, in this podcast we will discuss how to listen for specific information. So what I will discuss is based on what I have heard and watched from the video that the lecturer gave me. In this video, it discusses listening for meaning, which discuss predicting what you are going to hear, and the two main purpose of listening, which discuss listening to get certain information and listening for exercise comprehension or listening assessment. Let's get into the first discussion about listening for meaning. We're going to try to predict what we are going to hear. The first thing we need to do is look at the title or image provided and stop think about what vocabulary we're going to hear. For example, if we're reaching and updating weather information, we might see a title like this: tomorrow's weather, this week weather forecast, or you might hear something weather related like temperature, high of low pressure system, rain, and so on. You can also predict what grammar will be used here. For example, the weather forecast is likely to use the future tense. This will enable you to recall the grammar you already have in your mind, to better understand what you are about to listen to. Moving on to the second discussion about the two main purposes of listening. First, you might listen to get specific information. If you are listening to get specific information, you should make a list of the information you need to gather and listen for the words that will provide the information. For example, if you take a train to the city, you can get specific information such as train line, platform number, departure time, route type, and time until the next train. Let's practice with this audio.
Good morning, all customers. The next Glen Waverley train on Platform 1 is the 7:30 a.m. train. This train runs direct to Richmond, stopping all stations to Glen Waverley. Please note that there is a delay of 5 minutes, so the train is scheduled to depart at 7:35. The train after the 7:30 train will not be departing until 8 a.m.
Okay, now let's think about the important information we heard from the audio. The purpose of listening to this audio is to know when the train is leaving and where to go to catch it. Did you hear that is the Glen Waverley train line? What about the platform number? It was supposed to leave at 7:30 a.m. but there was a 5-minute delay, so it's 7:35 a.m. So what kind of route from Glen Waverley? It's going via Richmond. And what time is the next train from Glen Waverley? Yes, 8 a.m. Did you answer correctly? Well done if you did it. Let's go to the next discussion. Second, if you are doing listening comprehension exercise or listening assessment, familiarize yourself with the types of comprehension questions you might encounter. Some example: short answer, fill in the blank, true, false, not given, and multiple choice. Read the question carefully to understand the information you need to listen for. For a short answer question, if the question starts with when, you need to listen for the day, date, or time. For fill in the blank questions, if the sentence read process up to 10 hours, you need to listen for verbs. So knowing the sentence structure and parts of the sentence is important in the true, false, not given question. Think about which part of the given sentence make it true or false to confirm that you have chosen the correct answer. For example, in a passage about shoes, if the sentence states that shoes can be worn forever, read the question very carefully so that you can determine if any word in the sentence make true or false. And if you don't hear any information at all, you can choose not given. Read the question very carefully so that you can determine if any word in the sentence make true or false, and if you don't hear any information at all, you can choose not given. In multiple choice questions, sometimes you can eliminate answers that you believe are wrong before you listen, or if you are listening for the first time. You can cross out one choice or two, which leave you with two other choices to choose from. So here are multiple choice questions. All scientists make sure that they do their best research by A. Eating all the time, B. Making sure they keep up to date with the latest developments, C. Exercising in the morning, D. Constantly reading about what's going on. You can immediately see that A and C are irrelevant and can be omitted, leaving you with the two choices to look at. There are some tips from this discussion when you're listening for comprehension or an assessment. Remember to underline or highlight important words in a question to guide your listening, which you need to focus on while listening. And remember, practice, practice, practice. The more you express yourself to different listening activities, the better you get it done. So the conclusion of this material is that listening for specific information is also known as listening for meaning, which involves predicting what is heard, understanding the purpose of listening, and identifying the key points. So now we can understand that this material concludes that listening is not just hearing, but we must know what meaning is contained in it. The speaker successfully delivered information about providing guidance on how to listen with the aim of gaining specific information or for comprehension practice. The guidelines includes predicting words to listen for, paying attention to sentence structure, and practicing listening to improve listening skills. This material can influence my understanding of the topics of listening for meaning and purpose of listening by providing detailed guidance on how to listen with the intention of obtaining specific information or for comprehension practice. In addition, it emphasizes the importance of predicting words to listen for, paying attention to sentence structure, and practicing listening to improve listening skills. It also helped me to understand that there are two main purposes of listening: getting specific information and getting practice or assessment or comprehension. First purpose, the material shows that we should make a list of the information we need and listen for words that will provide that information. For the second purpose, the material shows that we should be familiar with the types of comprehension questions we may encounter, such as short answer, fill in the blank, true, false, not given, and multiple choice. In an academic context, the knowledge and insight gained from this material can be applied in the classroom. I can use this knowledge to listen and make presentation better. I can predict the words to listen to or read. Pay attention to sentence structure and practice listening and making presentation to improve my skills. For example, I can listen to a presentation on the topic at hand and predict the words my friend will use. I can also make a presentation on the same topic by paying attention to the sentence structure and understanding the concept better. So listening is one of the essential skills that can improve our understanding of information provided. There are two main purposes of listening: getting specific information and getting comprehension practice or assessment. Important tips for good listening: pay attention to important words in questions. Practice listening to improve skills. Practice listening for different activities to improve skills. Apply listening in academic context can be used to listen and make better presentations. Predict words to be listened to or read. Pay attention to sentence structure and practice listening and making presentation to improve skills. I would like to thank the viewers who are loyal to see this video to the end. Look forward to the useful content that I will create in the future. That's all. Thank you and see you. Have a happy day. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.